Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the NBA standings week 17, where yesterday finished the week 17, and this was a short week because today, through the Sunday, we will be the NBA All Star weekend, where today we'll play the game rookies against the sophomores, and later the famous stars game. Tomorrow will be the skills game, and we'll finish with the NBA Duke contest, and we'll finish the last event will be the game between the NBA All Star game between the East against the West. So this game, the NBA All Star game, will be played the next Sunday, February 18th, and 20 o'clock Eastern time. All these games will be played in the Indiana Pacers home in Indianapolis. So this was a short week. How I told you, and I had said in the last videos of the Lakers last videos, is I don't like to watch the NBA All Star game, neither another All Star game in any sport in USA, like the MLB, NFL, and MLS, because they are bored, because there is nothing to fight, and most of the time I avoid to watch this game. So to be honest, I'm not gonna to watch any event of this NBA All Star weekend, and I'm going to watch again basketball when the basketball will return. The NBA games will return, and 1 week ago when the players will rest 3 days. The players that were for example, the players that were selected to play in the NBA All Star weekend will participate from today to the Sunday, and the rest of the team will rest until the next Wednesday. So also the next week, the week 18, will be a short week, because the week for 18 will be played from the next Tuesday to the next Sunday. So I done in the last 60 games, I'm going to talk about what happened in the week 17, and how are the NBA standings in the Eastern and Western Conference are throughout 17 weeks. So let's start with the Eastern Conference. The Boston Celtics are still leading the conference and the league. They have the best record in this moment in the league. They have a record of 43-12. They have won six consecutive games, and they have won 8 games out of the last 10 games that they have played, and they have the best record in the home with the record of 26-3. It looks like that they are going to win this conference, because they have a 7 games difference from the second place, that in this moment are the Cavaliers. So the Boston Celtics are gonna to win this conference to back years. But remember that the most important for the Celtics is in the playoff, because they need to win this year, because this team is designed to win the NBA Finals. The 2 years ago they played in the NBA Finals, but they couldn't, because they lost against the Warriors. So in the second place for back-to-back weeks, the Cleveland Cavaliers are in the second place with a record of 36-17. They are playing a very tremendous basketball level. They have won 18 out of the last 20 games they have played. Was amazing. They have been playing amazing in this 2024 years. They are playing a very great basketball in January and February. Be careful, because they can be a very dangerous team. Maybe if the Celtics drop some losses, maybe the Cavaliers could take the leadership of this conference. There is still a gap of second 7 games, but let's see what happens. And in the third place are Milwaukee Bucks with a record of 35-21. This is the back-to-back week that they drop to the third place. Remember that they fired his former head coach Adam Griffin, and they broke the Doc Rivers. But this wasn't the solution because the Doc Rivers has coached 10 games, and the last 10 games they just had won 3 games. They have been blow so 3 or 4 victories that they have in the back. They were leading in an average by 10 or 20 points difference, but they blew this leadership. They leading. Sorry. And yesterday they lost against one of the worst teams in the league, the Grizzlies. So they are in play a very great basketball because they are in play as a team, but they are winning because they have top players like the Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they are playing in this way. Maybe they are not going to get to our ship to the NBA Finals. So you can see here that the Celtics are it looks like they are creating that gap, that they are going to win the conference, and the Cavaliers and the Bucks are going to fight for the second place. In the fourth place are the New York Knicks with a record of 33-22. In the last 10 games, they haven't played a very great basketball. They have just won 5 games, and they have 4 losing streaks. So they need to recover this basketball level and to try to fight for a better position in this conference. The 76ers are in the fifth place with the record 32-22. They are having struggles since the Joel Embiid got injured 2 weeks ago, and he entered to a surgery, and he's gonna to recover in the last game of the season or in the playoffs. So maybe he can play in the playoffs, but let's see. But if Joel Embiid doesn't return to the Philadelphia are not gonna to go deep in the playoffs. In the sixth place are the Pacers with a record of 31-25. They have and the Hits and the Magic have a record of 30-25. The Pacers just have a 0.5 games advantage against these two teams. So you can see here that the fight for the fourth place, and there is just 4 difference for the fourth place to the eighth place. You can see here 3 game difference between these two teams. So you can see here in this moment the Knicks, 76ers, and Pacers are in the playoff zone. So the Knicks and Miami, they need they are gonna to try to win more games to avoid to enter to the play tournament, because they want to enter direct to the playoff. So you can see here that the Knicks, 76ers, Pacers, Hits, and the Magic are fighting for the fourth place, and there is just 3 games difference from the fourth place to the eighth place, and in the ninth place are the Buffalo with the record of 26-29, and the House are the last team are the last team in the conference qualified to the playing zone with the record 24-21. The Nets are fighting to enter to the playing zone, but there is 3 game difference from this for this place. But it looks like that in this moment there is just one open spot, because you can see here that from the third place to the ninth place, these 9 teams are going to qualify to the playoffs, and then 10th place there is will be fight between the Hawks and the Nets, and the rest of the teams are eliminated, because I don't see. Of course, the Raptors are 5 games behind the Hawks, the 10th place, but I don't think that they are gonna to qualify. And the Hornets, Wizards, and Pistons are eliminated, especially the Wizards and the Pistons. They are the two worst teams in the league. So in the season ending today, the Celtics, Cavaliers, Bucks, Knicks, and 76ers and Pacers will qualify direct to the playoffs, and the Heat, Miami, Bulls, and Hawks will qualify to the playing season tournament. So, how I told you, in my opinion, from the Celtics to the Bulls, they are in the playoff and playing zone, and there is just one spot left, in my opinion, the 10th place, that will be fight between the Hawks and the Nets. And in the Western Conference, the Timberwolves are leading this division for back-to-back weeks. They have a record at 39-16, the second best record in the league. They have for winning streak, and they have won 7 out of the last 10 games. They are playing a very great basketball. In the second place are the Thunder, that in my opinion are the surprise of the season, because they have a very young team, and I didn't expect that the Thunder were going to have a very great season. I thought that they were going to fight to enter to the playing zone, but in this moment they are the second best team in the conference with a record of 37-15. The Clippers and the Nuggets have the same victory, 36-36. So, how I told you the last week, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, the Clippers, and the Nuggets are fighting for the for the first place, and these four teams are qualified to the playoff, because these four teams are the best team in this moment in the conference. In the fifth place are the Suns with the record 32-22. The Pelicans have the same record that the Suns. The Mavericks are in the seventh place with the record 32-23. The Kings have a record. They fail. This is weird, because remember that 2 weeks ago they were in the fifth place, but they haven't played very bad basketball in the last 2 weeks, because in the last 10 games they just had won 5 games, and in the ninth place are the Lakers with a record of 30-26. The Warriors in this moment, they have a record of 27-26. Remember that they were having a struggle in the season, but in the last 10 games they have been playing a very great basketball. They have won 8 games in the last 10 games, and they have in this moment in the 10th place. And remember that they have 3 games less than the rest of the team. So if they win the 3 games that they have left, they are going to have the same record as the Lakers. So here you can see here that the Jazz and the Rockers are fighting for this 10th place or 9th place. And in my opinion, you can see here that also the Grizzlies try to fight for this 10th place, but this is difficult, because how I told you, the Warriors have 3 games less than the rest of the team, and the most probably is they are going to win 2 or 3 games, and they're going to maybe tie the record of the Lakers. So I think that the Grizzlies are eliminated. The Trailblazers and the Spurs are the 2 worst teams in the league, and they are almost eliminated. So how I told you, there is 3 differences here. For example, the first group, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, the Clippers, and the Nuggets are fighting for the first place. You can see here that the difference, there is just 3 game difference from the fifth place to the ninth place. That in this moment are the Suns, the Pelicans, the Mavericks, the Kings, and the Lakers. So everything can happen in the next week, where one team can win 3 or 4 games and the other team can lose 3 or 4 games, and everything can change. Some team, the Lakers could jump to the fifth place, and the Suns could fall to the ninth place. So you can see here that this from the 5 to the 10th place in this moment, because the Warriors have a less game. There is just 3 games difference, and they are fighting for it. So in the season ending today, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Suns, and the Pelicans will qualify direct to the playoffs, and the Mavericks, Kings, Lakers, and Warriors will qualify to the playing zone. Who I told you, the only 2 teams, in my opinion, they are fighting to the. For example, these 10 teams are in this moment qualified to the playoffs and playing zone, but I think that the Jazz and the Rockers are still in the fight to enter to the playoff. But I think that because the Lakers are playing a very great basketball, because they have won 7 out of the last 10 games that they have played, and they have 3 winning streak. I think that the Lakers, sorry, are almost done, are almost qualified, and I think that the only spot available will be for this 10th place. They are in this moment. The Warriors are in this position because the Warriors are a very inconsistent team, and I think that for example, from the Timberwolves to the Lakers, these 9 teams are gonna to be in the playoffs or playing zone, and I think that the 10th place will be fight between the Warriors, the Jazz, or the Rockets. So, but let's see. So Here was my opinion and my analysis of how are the NBA standings through our 17 weeks. See you next video. Gibran.